Hello, soul family, and welcome to my Weird Yogini Dharma Talks. A Dharma Talk, what is that? A Dharma Talk is somebody teaching a truth, something they believe to be true. In a Zen Buddhist temple, it would be the lead monk giving a sermon basically on specific texts. In a church, Christian church, it'd be the pastor or the priest giving a homily. In yoga, it's more a teacher sharing just something that they have come to that is wisdom to them that they feel is valuable to others. And the Sanskrit translation for Dharma is truth telling, like to live in your truth, to know your purpose, to share your truth, what you believe to be true and what has been true for you. So I am here to share things with you that I feel confident are true in some capacity. Every truth that we have ever is a piece of a greater truth, so there will be contradictions within it. It will be imperfect, for sure, but the more we share them with each other, the bigger our piece gets, and we can know and understand even more. So why am I doing this? That's my first question whenever I start listening to anybody is, why am I listening to you? And my answer to that is I have been seeking God since at least age 4, and it has journeyed through many different expressions, beginning with going to a place called Fare Thee Well when I was really little with my grandmother, which was kind of like a Wiccan Christian place of worship. And then from there, I was really interested in spirituality. So by age 6, I believe, my grandmother started taking me to a Catholic church. And then I wanted to be baptized, and I had all of the sacraments, and I was an altar server. When I say I was Catholic, I was a devout Catholic. Like my family, my dad ended up becoming a deacon. My family went to every holy day, and I was always altar serving. So it wasn't just like, yeah, I was Catholic, I went to Christmas Eve Mass. I've been really, really invested in my spirituality. No matter where I have been with it, I have been invested in it above all other things, really, for my whole life that I can remember. So that's why I talk about this. It's really important to me to share these things. I, of course, do not think that I am the only truth teller or that my truth is whole. I'm aware of that. So the first thing, a little more. I have become a yoga instructor in the tantric lineage. I am a Ayurvedic lifestyle coach, also from a tantric teacher. Tantrism is the idea that you can be spiritual and be a real person in the real world, that you don't need to go sit in a cave and meditate and transcend the body and this world in order to be enlightened or awakened. So I have studied biology, I have been Catholic, I am a yogi, I've been Buddhist, I've been all these different things, and I love to look at life and spirituality through the many lenses that I've acquired. So that's why I feel that it makes sense for me to start sharing the truths that I've learned concerning God and understandings thereof. So the first formal lesson that I would give as a teacher in the school system was always compassion. Like day one, first formal lesson was, we're all here together. I'm teacher by label, but you're teachers too. We're all here to learn from each other. We are all teachers and students. And I believe that to be true for the whole world, not just in a classroom. And so the first lesson was compassion and how we're all in this together, and that if somebody does something to harm you, your job is to love them. Love them the way you would want to be treated if you accidentally did something wrong, or if you purposely did something to hurt someone and you were hurting inside and you were feeling bad, and that's why you allowed your emotion to cause harm to another. And they responded to you with compassion, with forgiveness, with understanding. That's how I wanted every year to begin, because I believed it was the most important lesson that any human can learn, and that we should all be utilizing our understanding of compassion in our day-to-day lives. So I would teach that. If I was teaching high schoolers about it, it was different than when I was teaching preschoolers. But more recently, in my profession, I spent most of my time in preschool and kindergarten. And the way I would explain compassion to them was, if you're out on the playground and somebody throws wood chips at you, you would want to throw something back. You would want to yell at them and be angry. But the compassionate thing to do would be to pick up something and give it to them, to do something that is the opposite of what your natural instinct might be, but something that shows that you understand that they're hurting inside if they're hurting someone else. And that's an extremely hard thing for us humans to handle, to never think of revenge, but to think of turning the other cheek. It is really, really hard. And I'm not saying I've mastered this by any means. I just know that it's the most important thing that we're here to understand. How to truly, truly love ourselves and other. So that's the topic today, compassion, and that's our first Dharma talk. Thanks for tuning in.